Lights out, we're underway. It's Motorsport Republica podcast.
Jimmy boy,
T. Shavs, mate.
you're walking wounded today.
I've been very sick for the past week, so I'm actually like a wounded sportsman, like just trying to get up for the grand final right now.
You need a jab. You need to jab you.
I'm on all types of drugs. I'm basically methed out right now. I'm on all speed. So I apologize to everyone for my voice. It will probably go. I do have a bit of a sexy voice going on right now.
Yeah, it's sort of on the edge there.
A stiff breeze will get you going, I reckon, but these days.
Okay, these days.
So I apologize to everyone. I've been sick as a dog. But in saying that, it's exciting to watch MotoGP.
Yes. The last leg of the European season, I suppose, until we get back to Portimao in the second last race. So,
which I had no idea about until we were talking about. Bro, it feels like we were just in Jerez or whenever the first European round is. Like, I can't believe how quickly this has gone.
I know, it's raced by. And then obviously we've got Japan and then Indonesia and then Australia and then Malaysia. So it's all it's 4 big weekends, 4 massive flyaway races for the boys and girls in the team. So a big month and a half coming up, which we're super excited about. But dude, like Bezzecchi, I mean, that for me was like one of the rides of the season. I mean, what he put, I mean, Marquez is Marquez and he's just a magician. Yeah. But what Bezz put up last night was magnificent. Yeah. And I know he's got lots of track knowledge there, and I know he's, it's his home base. But for him to just push, then third last lap, fastest lap, Marquez responds. I mean, that was box office stuff.
Box office, man. And I said to you this in the car today. I said, if it was anyone else in the world and it wasn't Marc Márquez, Marco Bezzecchi would be winning that race.
Yes. And where he's come from, James. And I say this every week. We're standing there in Thailand watching the race, and he's out the back 18th. I think he finished. And
he just couldn't get a grip on that bike at all.
And him to turn it around and the turmoil that Aprilia have been through as well. I mean, feel-good story of the year.
Absolute feel-good story.
Again, apart from Marquez, come back, kid.
And it's really hard because you don't want to like understate what Marc Márquez has done because it's been absolutely incredible. But the turnaround Bezzecchi has had and you don't really see it this often, where a turnaround during the season, where you really actually watch it visibly right in front of you happening,
gradually
happening. But then we had him in fraud watch. It was King Fraud for a while, but to turn it around and Aprilia to turn it around like they have is absolutely incredible. And you're right, like it is Misano. They know the track. Like Marini was quick there. Everyone was quick there. All those Italian boys, but you still got to be fast. But I think the biggest factor out of all that is exactly what you said, Tom, is he's the only person right now, except for maybe Alex Marquez, where can take it to Marc and to put those fastest laps in and to pressure Marc. And you could tell that Marc Marquez was riding on the edge. We normally say he's got 3/10 in his back pocket. He didn't have 3/10 in his back pocket that race.
No.
So credit to him because it was a phenomenal race by him, and he's an absolute star of the future. And I hope that he keeps building momentum because I'd love to see him be wildly successful.
And there was a lot of people didn't catch this on the footage. Marc ran wide a couple of times. He nearly lost the front end. It wasn't shown on the TV, but yeah, he was on the ragged edge. And you could tell both of them got him back to the pits. And Marc had that adrenaline rush of winning, but they were both cooked.
Cooked, man. They were cooked. And then quickly just going to the sprint race. Marc had a point to prove. Crashed, pushing too hard, said he relaxed a little bit too much. A bit of an old school Marc Márquez thing to do, which is fine, which we'll unpack that later on. But so then he's already gone up against a Marc Márquez that wants to make a point to prove, especially with all the Italian fans. So to pressure him the whole way through, he kind of did an Assen, but I still felt like Marc had a few tenths up his back pocket. But for Misano, man, very, very good effort.
Yeah. We'll get into all this soon, but we want to thank, obviously, our partners, Motor Heaven.
Yeah, we got excited, didn't we? motorheaven.com.au. Shout out to them, the guys down there doing a fantastic job. Any parts, accessories. They got a new looking website at the moment. It's looking awesome. So it's new and improved again. All your big brands. I think shout out to LS2 helmets. They've got them at Motor Heaven for 15% off.
Wow.
Which is really good. So they don't do that often. So even check out the LS2 helmets out there for 15% off at motoheaven.com.au. Get yourself I think they're doing like a Firmin gear lid as well and everything like that. So it's cool.
And yeah, YouTube, guys, we really appreciate the love on that. Subscribe, like the video if you can. It really helps us move forward with all the content, so we do appreciate it. But let's jump into results. So
and Patreon, just real quick. We'll be filming our Patreon straight after this episode if I have a voice left. Otherwise, it'll be Tom by himself doing a Patreon. Maybe we'll get Curdy to substitute in.
We'll talk about all sorts of stuff and, anime.
Curdy can't stop talking about the bullet through Charlie Kirk's neck, but that's all right.
Rest in peace. All right. So I'll do Orner to Diece, okay?
Oh, surely not.
Orner Marc Márquez. Due Marco Bezzecchi.
Sepsi's freaking out right now.
Tre Alex Marquez. Crocio Franco Morbidelli. Sette Digia. 6 Aldeguer. 7th Marini. 8th Quartararo, 9th. Miguel Oliveira. Yeah. We'll talk about him later. I want to have a chat to him about you because how often does this happen? Yeah. I mean, the guy gets booted and then he starts finishing in top 10.
Dead cat bounce.
Oh, it's hilarious. And then Brad Binder rounding out the top 10.
What's 10?
Dieci.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I got a funny story on that real quick. The first time I met my missus' parents, they're Maltese and they had to, those like chocolate things you got to unwrap. It's in Italian. And everyone has to read it out in Italian, and I'm like the Aussie guy that walks in there, and there's the point where you either like don't do it or you just commit.
Yeah.
And I just had to commit and just made an absolute fool of myself trying to read Italian. But that's the only way you can do it.
Do it.
And they kind of they patted me on the back, but they were like, stupid buddy, dumb idiot.
Where should we start? Marc Márquez, we've touched on. I mean, bounce back from the weekend. I mean, he crashed in the sprint.
Unforced error, bro.
Unforced error, but again...
Getting pushed.
He wanted to prove a point, and I think he treats the sprint like that to a certain extent sometimes and seeing how hard he can press and push the tyre. So, for me, it was an interesting reaction from Rossi. I don't think he was, celebrating like they were portraying on the internet.
Have you seen... I think it's... DAZN Sports Spain or Sky Sports Spain, one of those... Like, their media outlet is the ultimate propaganda against Valentino Rossi and Italians. Yeah. And the Italians are the exact... so no wonder they all hate each other because their main sources of the media is just... They're going up against each other. And, they're putting up photos of Valentino. And it's looking like he's celebrating with Marc, but it could be any time of the day where he's making those, gestures. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, I don't know. It's funny just seeing it from the outside, I guess.
Oh yeah, it is. It's exciting. It's still exciting for us to talk about that rivalry, especially in that part of the world. So,
did you see the fans giving the bird to Marquez?
Well, it's funny. I
want to talk to you. I've made sure to hold off because I want to talk to you.
I had notes and I don't know. I said cameraman sprint with Marquez. I don't know what they mean, but what I was meaning to say was. He was right on the ball because the cameraman, as soon as Marquez crashed, went to that fan or the 3 fans that were putting the finger up. And you could tell, obviously, the Italian wanted to capture it. I'm not sure if the cameraman traveled with MotoGP or not, but I just thought that was hilarious that that's the spot they chose to show. It wasn't the team. It wasn't, it wasn't him on the side.
They showed the team and then they went to him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough. But it was hilarious. And I love that. You gotta love that. It was hilarious.
I think you gotta like
the passion. It's fun, and it's even when the footage of when Rossi was celebrating, quotation marks, when Marquez crashed, all the personnel around him who were always all Rossi people, they were like, yes, they were cheering, and Rossi kept himself quite mellow and whatever, but. There's still such a rivalry there. Who cheers when someone crashes? It's unbelievable. As in, there's no other 2 guys in the world that the opposition would crash, is there? It would celebrate after a crash.
No, it's only they're the most 2 pulverizing people that will happen to. Look, and I love the responses out of all it. It's hard because I like how, yes, people get up and about and they get passionate. But you still also... It's a devil on both shoulders almost because these guys are still risking their lives. So do you really want to be so excited if someone's hurting themselves? Or crashing at 200 kilometers an hour. So like, I don't know. You kind of got to look at it at both sides. And I think, I don't know how to really look at it. It's hard.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's dangerous. I mean, the classic example is that was Mir in qualifying crashed and looked like a really small incident, just crashing at the hairpin before the back straight. And I'm thinking to myself, why is he taking so long to get out of the sand trap? Because I'm thinking, he's keeping that yellow flag out there. Yeah, he's keeping a yellow flag out there so no one beats his time because there's about 2 or 3 minutes left. But then he misses the whole of Saturday. He misses a sprint. He's going to sit out for the race. I'm like, he just went down, hit the neck, hurt it. I mean, it's so easy on these. They're going so fast, especially that corner that Marquez crashed. It's a fast corner.
Fast corner. So like, I don't know. These guys risk their lives for our entertainment. So maybe if I was a rider, I'd be like, that's fucking bullshit at the same time. Like, and then Mark had a great response and said, well, those people define themselves, and he defines himself from racing, and then he obviously wins the Grand Prix, and then walks out with the leather suit doing the Messi to all the Italian fans. You can hear the Italian fans whistling and booing.
No, they're whistling again, James.
They love the whistling. They're hissing. They're hissing like cats.
We had a lot of comments about that.
That was so funny. Wasn't it?
So it's whistling like they whistle. They whistle. Or they
whistle. It's like the away fan, like when they
What is it?
Yeah, it's like whistling. I can't whistle, but I can't even talk right now. I can't even fucking whistle at the moment. But yeah, so he was like doing that in front of a hostile Italian crowd, and it makes me think, Tom, is there any rider in history that revels more in the pressure and the hate than Marc Márquez? Because he said there was a lot of pressure coming into this weekend. Tarozzi put a lot of pressure on him. He said that. And then there was even more pressure after he crashed in the sprint race to then have all that pressure from Bezzecchi, the Italian hometown hero, in Misano, Rossi's heartland, and then wins, and then does that celebration. I don't think there's a rider, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a rider that revels more in the hatred and the pressure and just the cauldron of it all.
Yeah, I think, going four wheels, Lewis Hamilton was like that. The more hostile it was, the faster he was. And it's incredible. And how he does all the talking on the track. He doesn't say anything in the media to offend anybody, to spark rumours. He doesn't do anything like that. He's never been like that. He's the one who put his hand out to shake Rossi's hand in that press conference all those years ago, and with the refusal. He's never done anything off track. He's been a very aggressive rider of his career, but so was Rossi. I mean, we're gonna have a whole special on this at the end of the year. So
it's Paul Bezzecchi, bro. We just gave him his comeuppance, and now we're just going straight back into Rossi.
We'll get there. It's we'll get there. Bezz has the opportunity to be the biggest superstar in Italy right now, and he's going to do it if he continues the way he does. But going back to we're going to have a full special on this at the end of the year, Rossi versus Marquez, because that documentary coming out, and we'll dissect it even further. You've never seen anything dissected. But for me, it's it still lingers 10 years later after that incident, but it's still so exciting for MotoGP, and I think, they need that as well. They would love all that.
They love it, and it's exciting because you've got Marquez who's about to equal Valentino's record. You got him 16 races away from Valentino's race wins, and he's won 14 this year or something. So
he's recalled Dovizioso's 14 wins in Ducati in one season.
Yeah, I know. Well, technically two. Yeah.
He's got one.
I know, crazy.
Which is wild when you think Dovi was around a long time. I mean, I didn't have the dominant bike that Marquez has got in quotation marks again. It's exciting. What's Marquez going to 26? Everyone goes, we're gonna have to talk about Bagnaia. Marquez going onto a 26 bike that's going to be a glorified 24. Hopefully, will suit Bagnaia again. But then also, Mark's never ridden this 24, so. Mate, this is going to be domination next year as well. We have to admit, there's no way that Bagnaia can turn it around this much, because if he wasn't at rock bottom, James Shaw, he is rock bottom now.
He's 100% rock bottom. I don't see, just quickly going on to your point with Mark, I see it still being a domination, but not as big. I think he likes a Jorge Martin. I think Pecco Bagnaia will claw himself back. Bezzecchi will be faster. Costa will be faster. The gap will close.
So instead of 185 points, it might be 145.
Yeah, or 95. Where Marquez has obviously still got the proven talent. He's obviously one of the GOATs. So, I think he's still going to be winning that championship, and he's still going to be winning it comfortably. Just more with the mind games than anything. Just how he scares people out of it. T-Shabs, mate, we all know that you're Mr. Aprilia. You love riding. I want to know, where do you get your motorcycle gear from?
Mate, there is only one place I get all my gear from, apart from the guy down the street, and that's Moto Heaven in Moorabbin. Okay, they are a family-owned business, which we love. They always have the best prices, and if I want to get something shipped to my house, it's free delivery over $150. So for me, it's really a no-brainer.
Right, so you get all the best gear, and then is it better than going to the dumb big corporate chains?
They don't care about you.
No.
You know, you can't call the owner of them to ask questions.
No.
Adrian's always on my phone list, and I can always call him to.
He's
to
always
help me
calling
out.
you.
He is definitely.
Yeah, no, I love it. So head to motoheaven.com.au where you never pay full price. They got all the big brands, super fast dispatch, ship anywhere around Australia. You can get whatever you want.
It's a no-brainer.
No brainer. But going to Pecco Bagnaia, like, no, I don't think he can turn it around like that. It just, he's at absolute rock bottom now. He says it's he said a quote over the weekend, "I'm living a nightmare." You know, crashed in the main race. I think he was 8th or 9th or whatever, or maybe further back. Maybe he was out of the points.
Well, no, he got up to 8th or 9th, and then he got up to 10th. A couple of people crashed in front of him, then started trickling back and then crashed. I mean, he was 13th in the sprint.
Yeah, that's what he was, 13th in the sprint, and then it's lost the front, but like, you know.
I mean,
I
I've been half wanting him to do this, pushing hard enough to actually then crash, because for me, him going back and finishing 13th or 14th, there's no point. Like, you might as well try and go for a top 5 rather than relinquish, 10th or 11th. When that's what happened in the sprint, I couldn't believe I've never seen him just so nowhere. I mean, there's happened countless times this year, but for me,
it's getting worse and worse as the season goes on because everyone else is progressing. Like KTM's progressing, Aprilia's progressing, Honda's progressing.
Yeah. And Digi's in the top 5. You can't blame this 25 bike, and Marquez is winning. So, I mean, we had a great...
They brought back the... Olin's brought back the older forks. He's the only one on that's got like a different travel on it. And that's the one he liked.
Yeah, still nowhere.
Nothing's working.
Nah.
And now he's completely in his head and... it's a tough time. I think Delinga came out and said like he's frustrated, Pecco's frustrated, everyone's frustrated, and there just doesn't seem to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, and he's gone to all the tracks that he loves.
You and Daniel had a podcast with Rossi's ex-mechanic,
Brent Stevens,
and he talked about on those Ducati days, everyone was trying to fix the bike. He had 14 guys trying to tell him this, tell him that. Exactly the same thing would be happening right now at Ducati.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they're pretty regimented at Ducati, and that's why they're so successful. I don't think they're changing anything.
Oh, they're trying. They've tried that many things, though. I mean, they've run out of things to try. I mean,
yeah, true. Like, they are trying different things, but what Brent was talking about is the level of everyone wanted to be Valentino's mate, and then they all wanted to put their own input in to make Valentino happy, where I think Ducati have gone away from that, and they're very regimented and very progressive in how to actually run a team, like with Tardozzi and Delinga. But I think it's just a mental thing. Yeah, like, I don't know what else to say, and I hate to keep talking about it because I don't want to beat a man while he's down.
Oh, we're going to say it how it is, though.
Yeah, but I think it really is just a mental thing, and I would love for him to be up there and being fast again, but...
he had tears in his eyes at the end of that race. It's crazy.
Tears in his eyes. He had tears in his eyes when he crashed, and I think Bezz is only 4 points off him now for third, so he's going to lose third place in that championship. And there's still 6 rounds or something to go, and he's struggling to score. Man, he's struggling to score now points or over 10 points a round. It's bad for a factory Ducati, and if it's halfway through next year and it's the exact same thing, he ain't getting a signature.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you see even saw Tardossi's frustration in qualifying, and it's building. When you got these young riders coming out, Aldeguer's still
he got 6.
Still, he's got 6.
It's really good.
He's gonna be a star. He's you're gonna have a Costa looking for a ride soon as well. I mean,
he gave the finger to the KTM.
That's the sign, bro. Remember Marquez back at Saxon Honda? Like, that's the sign when you're bringing the birds out. It's time to fly away.
There's famous footage, if anyone can find this. It's hard to find. There's famous footage of John Hopkins. I think his Rizla Suzuki breaks down in Qatar when they were still racing during the day. Could be wrong.
It's hot.
And it's parked up on the side of the road and he's kicking it. He's kicking the bike. It's very funny. I remember watching that as a kid, and I was like, it's just being engraved in my brain. But KTM, the chain issues, bro, chain frauds.
Yeah, so all reports it was the ride height device that was putting too much tension on that chain. So it happened 4 times in the weekend. I mean, yeah, you'd think they'd probably make some adjustments after the first, but
the second at least.
Financially they just couldn't get it going. I suppose didn't have the resources to figure it out through the weekend.
Didn't have the chain mechanic. Couldn't have the chain breaker.
But when does that happen? I mean, I can think of one other occasion where a chain's gone and it's 4 and 3 in a weekend or whatever it was. So.
Bro, imagine being behind him and then getting whipped by a chain. It's a
great photo that they posted that everyone saw that chain coming off. I mean, geez, that is a deadly item. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, deadly. So yeah, it looked like it was coming out of the corners. All 4 incidents were coming out of the corners on with that rear ride height. So that's what I'm hearing today. That was the issue. So I mean, you think they'd hopefully rectify it? They've got.
Oh, you'd think so, jeez. But like, it sucks for Pedro because he was on for a good race. And like he's finding form again as well. And the KTM is finding form for that new aero package. Obviously, he's still got bugs to sort, and like there's still a lot of room for improvement. Like they're not at the Aprilia or Ducati level, but they are getting there. Like they are making forward progress.
The way that bike puts down the power out of the corner and then that top speed was incredible. If you saw him behind Quartararo just passing with ease on that back straight, I mean, it was 2 completely different motorcycles out there, completely different categories. I mean, it was unbelievable.
That sucks. And that sucks for Yamaha.
Yeah. Bit of a World Superbike moment, James. I found at the start of the race. Iagura's crash, didn't see. Vinales' crash, didn't see. Mir's crash, didn't see. And Zarco's crash, didn't see.
A lot. Even the crash of last week in Barcelona, it was when Morbidelli took out Martin, I think.
Yeah.
You only see it on the onboard footage of someone, and then right at the end of it, they actually pick it up. So I don't know what the world feeds
Did a little bit of research today. There was some issues. Simon Patterson wrote there was some issues with the telecast. They couldn't get some replays. But you think multi-million-dollar organisation, you think they'd be able to produce. That's what people want to see. We want to see what happened. We want to see the replay. I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it? To see what's going on. Because James and I, if you're long-time listeners to the show, the most hilarious, funny thing was Superbike weekend, Phillip Island. World Superbikes last year, Johnny Ray had this massive crash, biggest crash people have ever seen. And they said couldn't get footage of it.
There's no such thing as footage of that.
There's no footage.
Yeah.
And I'm
like,
like,
cameras. No, it was coming out of like MG or whatever it was.
It was on. We turned 12,
Yeah.
like classic corner.
Yeah.
Like, of course you can have a camera there. Guy fell asleep for something. I don't know. It was on Saturday. It wasn't on the Friday.
It was on the Saturday. Wasn't
So for me, like inexcusable behaviour,
Yeah,
fraud-like behaviour.
They got to. Liberty Media's will sort that out.
So Alex Marquez, James, he was sort of sitting back. I was waiting for him to make his move, and he hasn't got that sort of turn of speed like the other two, does he?
He just gave up. He even said he gave up. So he just didn't have the pace. He didn't have the grip. And he's like, all right, I'll sit back and take the points. It's not his day. Yeah. And he doesn't like Misano as it is, which he said. So to get third, I think, look, Alex Marquez, he's, the second best rider on the grid so far. Like, he's second in the championship, but he's not like being just on a podium is good enough.
Yeah, amazing,
Good enough.
And of course, if we looked at him versus 12 months ago, I mean,
correct.
He'd take that all day of the week. But it's funny, as soon as you get something, you just want more and more and more, you know? Like, it's life, isn't it?
At least he's smart enough just to take the points. You know?
But, dude, going back...
He just wasn't... No one on this planet was going to be close enough to Bezz or Marc Márquez, and that's fair enough. They were just on another planet.
That was like mind-blow moment for me, was third of the last lap, Bezz puts in the fastest lap of the race. I mean, that was just... Marquez passes, everyone's like, it's done, finished. And then that little bloody Italian bastard puts the bloody tail whip behind him and, you know, fastest lap of the race, gets within 3/10. I mean, good on you. Like, that was so good to see.
Awesome. We all thought that as soon as he ran wide, like, all right, that's done. The easiest pass ever. Mark will clear out, do a 2.5 second lead.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Loved it.
And then just kept nipping at his heels like a bloody angry Jack Russell.
Black dog. Yeah.
Like a black Jack Russell.
Yeah. It was...
no one expected it. Marc Márquez didn't expect it, but it just made for a good race and is, it could be career defining. And he even said it was a better weekend. Obviously not the result, but a better weekend performance wise than Silverstone.
Yeah. I mean, he said it was the best races of his life. I mean, which I took that and put it in my back pocket, thinking, it was. And then reflecting on it today, it was like, amazing.
Wooden leg.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that one, but
The movie.
yeah, the
Some
movie
Italian
from the
movie.
90s.
Yeah, 97.
Yeah. It's a bit beneath us. We didn't know what was going on, but yeah, they've each their own.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like a bit of personality.
Bit of character, and I feel like he is opening up in the media as well. He's smiling more, he's engaged more, he's answering questions better. So, and that's a very important thing.
It is.
Going forward and getting fans on board as well.
And he's on the VR46 train, which is already a rocket ship to stardom. So he's just got to use that.
I was blown away with the event. I love this new national anthem
I was
protocol.
going to ask you, that's Liberty Media right there. That's like
Yeah.
Formula One. I was like watching F1. Everyone goes to the front of the grid.
So yeah, front of the grid in that formation at the start of the race. I love that. Costa got fined €500 for not removing his hat.
Oh, really?
They get fined if they don't get there quick enough, same as F1. And they take it so seriously. These guys in F1 are paid millions and millions of dollars, and they're running to get there because they don't want to be fined. But yeah, I loved it. I think it was amazing having Lando Norris there, Kimi Antonelli there. The grid looked awesome, beautiful skies. I'm like, James, we got to be there next year.
Yeah, it did. It looked really good. Such an amazing circuit. But I love like the national anthem thing. I like that. I like those small changes. I like the new trophy. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually don't mind it.
Yeah, it's amazing that track used to go in the other direction.
Yeah,
it's incredible when you think.
Well, Superbikes were running that direction up until like the late 90s, early 2000s.
And I was like watching the race last night thinking, what would it be like? I mean, it really take turn, is it 10, 11 and 12 after the back straight? That would become not as exciting. But yeah, going into that sort of hairpin would be quite interesting. But you're right, it's good track either way. But it's interesting. The corners do suit going the other way, some of them, because they really close at the exit.
Yeah.
And rather than opening up at the exit, which is more traditionally MotoGP track. So interesting. Damie's like hyper fixated about running the other direction.
Well, he wants it the other direction.
Yeah, hyper fixation. Yeah.
I don't agree, but yeah.
I think both.
I think the right-handers of that track off the back straight makes that circuit.
Yeah. Yep.
I really do.
I think it's a beautiful circuit, really, really good. It's getting tight for those big bikes. It is, and but they made it work. I mean, Marquez passing Bezz in the sprint up the inside of that little kink left-hander was was pretty incredible. The bike when he made that pass, the bikes looked small. You know, they looked small because like he had a width of a Ducati to get through when he went through it. So
we need to talk about it. We've been waiting a long time for this moment, Tom. The V4 Yamaha debuted.
Yeah, I can't believe it's taken 40 minutes to start talking about it.
Augusto Fernandez.
Yeah, look,
let me tell you this. I'll give you a bit of information on this. So Augusto Fernandez had a jump start.
He did.
Double long lap.
He took Rins with him, I think, or vice versa.
Yeah, double long lap and still beat Chantra.
I did say that.
On a brand new V4 bike from a test rider and a new engine.
Well, look, all through I watched a lot of practice this weekend, which was really good. I watched practice 1, practice 2, or practice qualifying. The bike, I mean, it looked like it was good. It wasn't 1 second behind last play, which is
competitive,
which would be, disastrous. I mean, being behind Chandra. But yeah, I think it's a positive step. I mean, wait till Quadraro gets his hands on it to really.
Well, they're riding it right now.
Yeah. Standard. We always it always comes out mid pod. Probably what the time is, but. That takes me back, James, like how important these concessions are going to be going forward into the future. I mean, Honda and Yamaha seem to get so much more track time. I mean, how many more tests have they had this year than what Ducati
I think it's
had?
almost unlimited. I think they can do as many as they want.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really important thing going into the future, especially with the new regs in 27. Like how much more time these guys are going to have on these bikes. I mean, it's incredible for the riders. They're getting more time on the bikes. And then obviously from the manufacturer, changing things, new parts and all this. So... yeah, these concessions really going to... I really feel like it's going to be a great thing for MotoGP, and it's really going to close the gap beautifully coming into, say,
It looks like
27,
it.
28.
Honda's working it so well. Like they are... you could almost pencil one of their bikes in now for a top 10, top 8.
Yes.
Which is a crazy thing to say a year and a half ago.
Well, I touched on Mir before about not seeing his crash. The front ride height device didn't disconnect, so that was the reason for his crash. So that's tail of the tape this morning. But yeah, I mean, they looked better. Marini, again, he's a bit of an asterisk because obviously he's done so many laps around there being VR46.
Yeah, but he still had a couple top 6s.
Yeah.
So I think he's a good signing that I'm happy they've kept them on. Like, I think they're doing everything and more that they need to be doing.
Zarco's a strange one for me.
How did he crash? He crashed with me.
I think, from what I believe, I think it was separate incidents. I'm not sure. I mean, I looked at the media release from Castrol today, and they just said he got taken out by another rider. I'm not sure if he, with me running, we wouldn't know because it's bloody World SBK coverage. But yeah, it's funny, and it's interesting that he had such an amazing start of the year, and he sort of, I don't know.
He doesn't have all the same parts the factory boys do.
There you go.
So in his contract to re-sign, it has to be the exact same parts as Repsol Honda, or factory Honda, I should say.
Gotcha.
So he actually doesn't have all the same parts.
So it's not a factory
as Marini.
bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Honda's taken a
which
step
is
forward.
what pissed him off because he's one of the results.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So now it's in his contract for next year that he gets all the factory parts with Marini and me.
Yes.
Which is fair enough because the man has been the most dominant Honda rider
Yeah,
since
and
Marc Márquez.
Well, yeah. And they're still trying to work out, I think, what's going on with Idemitsu because Moreira's seat's gone for next year in Moto2, but he hasn't signed yet.
Yeah,
so,
it's all gone quiet.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see if are they waiting for a sponsor's announcement or a big
They
Brazilian
must be working something.
Havana flip-flops or something.
Yeah, Brazilian Bank. Brazilian Bank West, BBW.
BBW.
A question for you, and this is a bit different, but I was watching a lot of the celebrations and how much Marc Márquez is in La Familia of Ducati now. He's Mr. Ducati. Like, they love him. They love him. Marc's always says he's wanted to go back to Honda. But do you think maybe after this season or next couple seasons, that's still going to be the case?
Look, we're not in on his head, but I think, yeah, I think that it's a fairy tale at the moment for him. The team has just gathered around him like he probably couldn't have dreamed of.
Yeah.
His brother being on the same manufacturer as well. What's going to happen to that second Ducati seat going forward as well? But yeah, you know what's going to happen, James? In 27, Honda are going to come calling, and then factory Ducati will sign Alex as a come La Familia, or the Spanish La Familia.
Yeah, Spanish,
Il Familia.
Spanish Italian La Familia.
I think that's for me. That's what happened in Repsol as well. I mean, they wanted to keep Marc happy. They signed Alex that year. Remember, you got to remember that. They would go. People would bloody move mountains to keep this guy.
Well, yeah,
especially with how they can see what's happened to Fabio this year. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at him, but like Marc loves winning and. Like this Ducati is next level, and they've just, as I said, his team is now all around him. He's Mr. Ducati now. Like you see the celebrations, how much they get around him. His family's involved. As you said, Alex, it's a really good point you make. So it's just like I've always been out of the attitude that he's going to win like 2 world titles or 3 world titles and then go back to Honda. He's always said he wanted to finish his career at Honda, but I don't know now. Like as the season and everything keeps progressing, and how much he's in that Ducati. He's got the Ducati flag. He's holding up the Ducati flag. He's really getting really getting around it. Honda's always going to bounce back, and I'm sure if Marc was on that bike in 2 years' time, he probably will win a world title or win races. Yeah. But
it's
at
seriously
the moment,
like
I don't
that.
know, it's hard to tell.
It's seriously like that meme when the meme where the guy's got the girl in his arms and he's looking back.
Yeah.
And there's a hotter girl working the other direction. It is seriously Bagnaia's here. Marc Márquez is there. Tanotti's there. He's like, this is the future now. And you have to think like that because, mate, if we say this every week, but if Marc Márquez was not on that motorcycle, it'd be a disaster year.
Disaster.
For Ducati. Disaster. Even if Alex was winning. If they have a non-factory team win 2 years in a row, it would be a disaster, I'm telling you. And, Bezz coming up through now, coming to the end of the season, you don't know what could have happened. So, yeah, for me, they'll do anything to keep him, and they should pay him as much as possible. You got to remember, Marc Márquez took a massive pay cut to be at Gresini. So for him, it's
turned down 100 mil.
So it's not money for him. It's world championships, and is it beating Rossi's record? Is it something that he'll win 11 and then do something else? Who knows? But that's the exciting thing for us, isn't it? To look forward to.
It is exciting. So it's just exciting to see. Yeah,
he's got to stay injury free as well. That's the other thing. Like, he still crashes. Anything can happen.
I think he's got the second least amount of crashes this year, with Marini's first.
Marini's first,
but he also hurt himself really bad and crashed really bad in the Suzuka.
Well, it was amazing. Rins has only crashed out of one
main race.
Main race, yeah. So
he's a problem though, Alex Rins. Jeez.
Now we touched on V4 Yamaha before, James, and we had a quick discussion about this over the weekend. How ridiculous it was they didn't open They can't run the V4 for the other riders because they haven't left an open slot for their aerodynamics.
Yes, they haven't homologated the right aero for the V4. So
and Jack Applegard interviews a personnel at Yamaha, forget who it was, and he was like, "Was it a mistake?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was." Like,
it was like Maya Marigali or something.
Yeah, like Japanese usually. Well, they're all run.
It's all Euros now. You look at the Honda and Yamaha teams; it's all Europeans. There's like one token Japanese guy in there, the liaison back to Tokyo, and that's it.
He's an interpreter.
Actually,
interpreter. Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong though.
No, it's true. But for me, like, I mean, we're not in the inner sanction there, but that seems like a massive mistake, like a ridiculous mistake.
Yeah.
How they didn't leave an open slot to homologate the new aero for the V4, and they can't run the bike then for the rest of the season.
No, they can't.
They can do one more wild card, is it?
A two. Sepang and I think maybe Valencia, maybe.
Yeah, they'll have it at the preseason test, obviously.
But yeah, they could have had Jack Miller jump. They could have theoretically had Jack Miller on a V4 for the rest of the season.
Well, why wouldn't you? Like, you have him there. You've signed him for next year to develop the bike, and
he's ran V4s his whole career. So, like, yeah, they made it. But you know what? At least they said they've made that mistake.
100%. I totally agree. Like, if they tried to dance around the issue, that's different. Yeah, so
they owned it. But isn't that funny? I was actually thinking about that when I was watching practice qualifying, and I had on my notes. Isn't it just funny that all the Japanese teams are all just Europeans now, which was a part of our 10-point plan? But there's like 3 Japanese guys, if that.
We should redo our 10-point plan for our Patriots and figure out out of the 10 how many we got right. We're probably 9 out of 10. Maybe Mick Doohan not running Honda's probably the one we missed, but the rest of them are pretty accurate.
They were pretty accurate. Mick Doohan didn't turn up to the Hall of Fame. Willie Nelson, that in.
Yes.
Go to the mood.
Interesting. It's I wonder what the excuse was there.
Selling jets, mate.
Selling jets. And Wayne Gardner's selling bikes, isn't he? It's amazing that
like
he's different
e-bikes
business.
or some shit. I was going to ask you this. If you're at, I don't know, Aprilia or Ducati, you're running a team, who is leading you into the future? Marco Bezzecchi or Alex Marquez?
Marco Bezzecchi.
Yeah? No ifs or buts?
Nah, Marco Bezzecchi. I think he's got both future for selling things, marketable for me. And we met him in Thailand, and the guy's got an aura about him. Like, Bessie is the same. Like, there's got auras about him. I'm not saying Alex doesn't, but he'll always just be in that shadow, I think, of Mark. So,
and a better rider?
I mean, I'd scrap both of them and sign a Costa for me.
Jeez, he's really turned around on the Costa. You poo-pooed him inside of you.
No. He just needs to be on a better bike.
So I've been saying this whole time, mate. I finally jumped on.
Yeah, well,
This is how, like, oh no, there's actually another question I've got for you. Let me read this one out for you. Who would you rather take for Aprilia if you had to keep one? Bezzecchi or Martin?
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh, it's such a hard one.
I know, because Bezz is kind of proven himself now.
Pre-season. Pre-season.
You would have laughed at if you said
Bezz. Nah, you got to go Bezz, don't you?
Wow.
Oh, I mean, Martin's a world champion, but he's disrespect La Familia.
You know, I asked you this question about a month ago, and you said Martin.
Yeah, right.
What a test you just then.
Well, there you go. Well, I think he's changed everyone's opinion, hasn't he?
Oh, I agree with you.
For me, I'm telling you, I can't stop talking about it. This Bezz ride last night was the ride of the season, arguably for me. Like, what he was up against. And how he put it to Mark, you just don't see that. You don't see it, and you haven't seen it this year.
You don't.
Once you're 1.5 seconds behind Marc Márquez, you're not coming back near, and you're also not getting up to the back of him. Yes, and Mark pushing as hard as you possibly can. You got to remember, Bezz ran wide as well and let him through. I mean, that was unfortunate. I mean, he would have got him, but he might have kept him behind a couple more laps. It might have been a bit different. So
you can also say that Alex Marquez had just as good as a ride in Barcelona, and he actually won.
Yeah,
behind him.
Did he let him win though?
Oh. So you can't forget that either.
At the end of the day, can I just talk to you about that for 1 second after reflecting on it for a week? He didn't let him win. No, but
of course not.
But was Bezzecchi there? Mark would have gone up to the back of him and put a move on. 1,000%. 1,000%. And deep down, everyone knows that.
I think I agree.
Jeez, that's an unusual statement, isn't that, Curtis? James agrees.
Yeah, it's hard work. I'm with you, Bezz.
Yeah. Let's talk about best, unless you got any more questions for me.
Go on.
Best year for me, disappointment of the round. I had him in the top 3. He's had great form there.
Great
He's had a couple
form.
of podiums and a win.
I think he's podiumed every time he's been there.
And you know what? He may have not had that bad of a race if it wasn't his practice and qualifying. He completely muffed that up.
Yeah.
Completely muffed it up. Nothing clean. There was no clean laps in practice. He tried to get into, the Q2 and then crashed. I mean, at the pivotal moment, it was 5 minutes left and he crashed. Yeah, just so unexcusable when he's got that much form there. The KTM wasn't performing perfectly around that track like it has been in the last few rounds, but it's still up there, still top 5 pace.
Yeah, definitely still top 5 pace.
Biggest disappointment for me. I really, really had a feeling for Bezz this weekend, but yeah, it's interesting. The KTM seems to like more of like a low grip sort of scenario where their Aprilia is like the high grip track. So for me, it's going to be toing and froing every race going forward.
Yeah. Well, to be fair though, Misano's a low grip track.
No, Misano's got heaps of grip.
No, that's why I don't have high tire degradation. We'll talk about it in first practice.
I don't know.
And Barcelona's a high grip track, and that's why they have heaps of tire drop off.
Yeah, okay.
But going back to your point, like I think you're right. Like he should have done better. He definitely should have been fast on a track that he definitely knows, and he's got heaps of form at. But it was hard to judge how KTM really were that round because of the mechanicals.
Yeah, true. I mean, Binder was in the sprint, wasn't he? And then it was Acosta in the main race.
Yeah, Binder got 9th or 10th in the main race, which is like okay, but I don't know.
But his chain popped in the sprint, didn't he, Binder?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was 5th or 6th at the time, wasn't he? I'm sure. My memory
I can't remember.
From 2 nights ago has escaped me, but I don't think he wasn't up the back or anything. So
no, he wasn't up the back. Like they were like mid-pack, like all mid-pack further forward form.
Yeah, and going back to quali as well, Acosta again, silly mistake when it mattered. He puts it down again with about 5 minutes. He's done that so many times this year. It's been his Achilles heel. Yeah. The last 5 minutes of Q2 is just he just makes silly mistakes. So.
It's basically being the KTMs. They almost can't do a 1 lap hot lap. Those KTMs.
Well, they've been complaining about that all year, haven't they? Their rear grip on the soft tyres. So
the thing
it gets into your head, doesn't it?
Yeah, and like qualifying's everything these days. Hey, what about Quartararo, man? Qualifying again on the front row. Fuck, he's a star.
He is. Yeah, I mean, he was. It's amazing seeing him ride that Yamaha, especially those last 2 corners. He's just on the ragged edge, his body's moving everywhere to get right on the inside. He just puts everything into it. And he put up a good fight, in the main race. He really did. But just, again, going back to him versus Costa on that back straight, it was like a Moto2 versus a MotoGP bike. I could not believe the closing speed. You know?
I know. He's just a sitting duck, and he's just sitting duck after the first lap.
And it's not even the top speed. It's the second, third gears. Going through those gears, just the traction that KTM got, that engine power. I mean, hopefully the V4 will change that.
I think it'll be a little bit better, but they still need to have the right aero package. Like, there's still so much to it.
I thought they might have had that all ready to go. Like, I was expecting, they've had a year to work that out. But
it's like cooking a burger with no buns.
Yeah.
You can't eat the burger.
Yeah, exactly right. It becomes a steak then, doesn't it?
Take that to the Japanese.
Yeah.
Like a burger. You mean sushi with no seaweed?
Sushi no rice, yeah. Yeah. So
that's a better one.
He did well. But I wanted to ask you, where to now for Oliveira? Because for me, he's been nowhere for 2-3 years. He's had a lot of injuries, we know, but he's starting to show a little bit again. I'm thinking...
Dead cat bounce, bro. You ever heard that expression?
Yeah. It's incredible for me. Like, would you go to World Superbikes how it is, or is it worth trying to find a ride in Moto2, God forbid?
I think if you're Miguel Oliveira, you don't go back to Moto2. Yeah, look, it's unfortunately, and everyone knows that the World Superbikes is the graveyard of MotoGP riders at the moment. And I believe BMW's offered him good money to race for them. Factory BMW, which... I don't know, like that's what you're probably going to have to take. You're either going to be doing that or you're a test rider. And what would you rather, World Superbikes, a factory bike, or be a test rider?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Augusto Fernandez seems like he's wasting his life, doesn't he, being a test rider? I mean...
But if you get good, bro, if you're making $600,000 a year being a test rider, I don't know, that's a pretty good gig.
I know, but these guys are born racers. I mean, how do you...
He's a Moto2, but both, I think, Moto2 World Champions.
Yeah, but how do you just sit back and be a test rider for in your prime of your life. I mean, the guys, what Augusto Fernandez, is he 27, 26, 27?
I don't know.
In the prime of his racing life, and he's a test rider. I mean, I'd want to be winning races. These guys are growing up winning all the time, and now he's a test rider.
See, Shavs, I'm rolling around in a bit of a stinky car at the moment. How can you help me?
Doesn't surprise me, mate. Doesn't surprise me. James, I have the product for you, my friend. We have Motorsport Republica air fresheners. All your favourite drivers and riders.
Phil Marquez, Rossi, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri.
All the famous ones we have. We've also got T-shirts in stock, so if you want to go run in your Motorsport Republica T-shirt, James, you're more than welcome to.
Can I sink beers in it?
You can do anything you want with it.
Ah, yeah, I like that.
So jump on to motorsportrepublica.com.au. And guys, it supports us, it supports the pod, and we really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
I understand Lucas Savadori, Dovizioso,
Pirro.
I understand these guys. But for me, a guy in the prime of his life, I mean, I don't know why
He can't get the ride, bro.
I mean, maybe he's going, I need to be in that paddock. I want to be in that MotoGP paddock because I might wildcard. I might finish in the top 4 and then a team goes, oh, geez, he's still got it. I might sign him for next year. Like we've seen with Danny Munoz in Moto2. I mean, that guy comes in. I've never even heard of this kid before. And he, finishes on the podium and gets signed for Intel Trans for next year. Takes Moreira's spot. Crazy. So, I mean, think about all the other talent that's around, and you've gone in and gone, oh my God, this guy's the X Factor. He got signed. And now he's got a year. He might get a multi-year deal. I don't know what happened, but normally a year in the smaller classes. So,
it's a good point you make. I would like to see Miguel Oliveira in World Superbikes to actually see how he goes. Like, it's always a good barometer when a MotoGP rider goes back.
Yeah.
Like when Bautista won the first 10 races, still couldn't beat Johnny Ray for the first 2 seasons, whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Top Rack's going to debut the 26 bike at Valencia. They've announced today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's and they've also organised a private test for him as well. I'm not sure when, but that's so he sort of can acclimatise to the 26. So that's exciting for him.
That's good. And I want him to do that.
Goes back to that concession thing, with Yamaha. I mean, if he signed for Pramac Ducati, he wouldn't have been able to ride that bike in a private test. But because he signed for Pramac Yamaha, as they've become, he can ride this bike now because they can, as you said, test. I don't know if it's unlimited, but
I think it's unlimited. I'm pretty sure it is.
So that's a great thing for him, and that's a smart thing to sign because he's going to wound up at Thailand next year he wouldn't have had a lot of laps. So. And a MotoGP bike, I mean, how much different that's going to be for him?
So much different. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's done a couple of tests, but nothing like what it's a full race spec bike.
Oh, it's a completely different animal, as we know.
Yeah. Jack Miller fined €2,000 for going back up the wrong way, the back straight.
It was a strange one. I don't know. Apparently, they said TNT Sports. They were like, a guy had a big sign. It said would swap gloves for a beer. And so Jack Miller. I mean, how good's that?
Of course, it's the Aussie rider. Though.
Yeah. I think that's great for the fans, and I mean, probably it was most expensive $2,000 most expensive beer he's ever bought, but he'll gain fans from that.
That's awesome.
He's signed for next year. He's got the contract, so probably a good $2,000 to spend, I'd say.
Exactly. Exactly right.
All right, that's it from me, Jimmy Boy. If you want to get onto hot takes. Yeah, sorry, Moto2. Moto2. I've even got the results ready for you.
Oh my God, good, because I can't talk dribble while I get you that because I'm dying.
I talk about like local knowledge.
I know.
I was
waiting for you for this.
Celestino Vietti, first place. I mean, well done. It's amazing. It's amazing how these guys come out of the woodwork for their home races. Barry Baltas, again, amazing ride. I mean, he came from the clouds to almost get him. 3 seconds behind with 2 laps to go and then nearly gets him. And
he went down to about 1.2 in the last lap.
Yeah. Danny Holgado, third, showing amazing things. Yep. Diego Moreira, 4th. Senna Aegis, 5th. Great Grand Prix from him. Manu Gonzalez, 6th. Aaron Canet, 7th. David Alonso, not a lot of screen time from David. We didn't see him much on the TV, but 8th. Tony Arbolino, 9th, still blaming the tyres. And then 10th, Izan Guevara, 10th place. Former Moto3 world champion.
Yep. Yeah. It was a good race. Just Vietti just ran away with it and just stumbled his way home. But yeah, as you said, local knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
out of nowhere, bro.
I know, they love it. They love it in these classes. I mean, 10 different winners this year in Moto2.
Moto2 is very healthy.
Like 10 different winners. That's incredible. And... I don't know, is that in 16 races or 15 races? I mean, that's amazing. So, can you believe we've had that many races this year?
I know. I can't believe I sort of spoke about the start. I cannot believe how fast.
I feel like yesterday we were like halfway through the season, and now we're it's just amazing.
Weird.
We're
It's
coming to
kinda
the
weirded me
flyways
out.
now. So, great, unbelievable effort from Barry Baltos. As they said on the coverage, probably the most improved rider in the paddock at the moment.
Definitely, 100%.
So,
He came
again,
from nowhere.
Him and Alex Marquez, probably in the same category where they've just battled it out for years and years and years, and then something has just clicked in the right direction. So, awesome for him. I think it's a really good thing for him going forward, and confidence will be high going into the third last of
Something like that.
The flyways.
Holgado is really finding his feet with David Alonso to a degree, but Holgado is doing awesome. Another podium again. He's now just consistently quick on that Aspar bike. So he's definitely one to watch. And I think him and David Alonso and Manu Gonzalez next year, Senna Aegis, like they're going to be the ones. Maybe Aaron Canet.
They're all the same age, all at 19 years old. It's going to be
20, yeah.
It's going to be really exciting for them. And I think, as we touched on each and every week, it's so healthy this category. And if the rumors are true that Moto3 isn't going to go to every race going forward, and more of a European, this is where Moto2 will be even bigger and bigger again.
Yeah.
It'll be a massive category. So. That's it might be a category where people stay in for multiple years, like it probably hasn't been that for the last 10 to 15 years.
The best will go in and out in 2, maybe 3. But Alex Marquez was in Moto2 for like 4 years at least. It takes time. I'm struggling, mate.
All right,
I'm sorry, listeners.
Moto3, you're doing well. Rueda again. Amazing.
Your boy as well.
Yeah,
right? He's your boy.
He is. Yeah,
I think you got him on the D floor.
Days 4. Yep. Maximo Aquiles second. Adrian Fernandez third. Joel Kelso fourth. They're going to be teammates next year. Angel Piqueras fifth. Valentine Peroni sixth. Most Argentinian Italian name. David Munoz seventh. Incredible ride. Ride from Munoz. Went stupid move, went into the gravel trap, and then comes back and finishes seventh.
Yeah, he's quick in there.
Only 8 seconds behind the leader. He probably would have lost all that plus more.
More.
Yeah. Yamanaka 8th. Guido Pini 9th. Carpe in 10th place. Jacob Wilson just outside. He lost the tyres at the end, but still an incredible weekend from him. Front row in qualifying was an amazing effort. So well done, Jacob.
Yeah, good. Again, Moto3 is an amazing race, and it was like every race is, but like 3 or 4 down to like the last corner, and then Rueda makes a pass in the last corner in the last lap, and a clean pass. It was as good as you're ever going to get.
When's the last time we've had 2 Aussies on the front row
of Moto3
of anything?
I would say
Chris
Le Mans 2007.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
So Stoner and Vermeulen.
But I don't know. Vermeulen wasn't on the front row because
Yeah.
it was a dry qualifying. He was like, I remember watching that race not too long ago. The dude was like 12th on the grid.
It's probably been a long, long time since we've seen that, especially in the light class. We haven't had a winner since 2014. So, Joel, MLav Racing next year, partnering up with Adrian Fernandez. So,
I didn't realize Adrian Fernandez is riding for them.
So this is the classic thing. They've MLav Racing have been Eddie O'Shea's and
British talent.
British talent. That's what they're all about. But obviously they're making a change next year and they want to win. So hopefully that's in good stead because it's been a bike that has been at the back of the grid. So we really hope that makes a big change with those 2 new riders coming in because obviously Michael Laverty is a big name in the sport as well. We hope that he's a big name in superbikes and also British Superbikes and TT. So it's exciting for Kelso. A lot of people are saying it's a bit of a backward step for him, but who knows? The team might have some changes coming up. Obviously, signing Adrian Fernandez, they're not mucking around. They're obviously putting all their eggs in this basket. So
they're on a Honda, I believe, though, which is a bit of a concern.
Yes. New bike next year, though.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, we'll see. I would have loved to see him in Moto2. I think we all would have. I think his body's suited for that. But Joel's a smart guy and
very smart guy.
He's very misunderstood or underrated. When you speak to him, very business savvy. Has a lot of great ideas moving forward in this class in MotoGP. So he'll have his he hasn't just taken whatever. I think he's got a plan in place. So it's still exciting that he's still in the grid. Because I was talking to him 2 years ago with Daniel on the podcast, and he was he had to pay a big amount of money to stay on that paddock, and now he's obviously getting paid, which is great. So,
how far is this Max Killer's kid going to come, man? Because That dude's like first race was in Coda or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's I think third in the championship, fourth in the championship. Like crashed in races as well. Like he's got so much star power.
Yeah, he does. He's
like Rawaita's amazing, obviously, but he rode last year. But for a young rookie, 17, fucking.
There's so much excitement in these younger classes. So much excitement, and
the talent is just so much depth.
I know. We just got so. I mean, I just don't remember it being like this. I mean, you can have one in a decade generation talents in both Moto3, Moto2, and then obviously with Marc Márquez in MotoGP at the moment. I mean, yeah, it seems like they're all under the one roof as well.
I think they kind of get found out once they go to MotoGP if they're not on the right bike, and Pedro Acosta's kind of that example of that at the moment.
Yeah, he's I mean, there's a lot of examples like that. Tito Rabat, double Moto2 world champion, and was like last out the back in MotoGP.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, those days are numbered as well, where the bikes were so different. I think the best bike on the grid versus the worst bike on the grid, I don't think there's a massive difference. I mean, you could arguably say the Yamaha's the worst bike on the grid, but then you got Quartararo, second starting in.
The gap has shortened.
Shortened massively.
Like a prime example is early days 4-stroke era. This is for all our autistic listeners, which is all of you. You would have like Repsol Honda, Valentino Rossi.
Yeah.
You've got like so much money coming in, and then you've got like the WCM bikes, which is like the prototype WCM home garage 4-stroke MotoGP bike, which was just nowhere near even getting points.
Yeah,
famously ridden by James Allison. But yeah, like that's what type of gap it used to be. Massive. And even in 2010, the gap was huge between like even a Repsol Honda and like a shitty old fucking Ducati or whatever. A Ducati with 20, I think it was Brett Stevens said those Ducatis Valentino Rossi raced, which the gap's not too much I guess then, but 20 different parts to one foot peg.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So if you crash a bike, you have to order 20 parts to make that foot peg, to attach that foot peg.
It's so Italian though, isn't it?
That's so crazy.
It's so crazy. And the parts are going to be shipped from Italy in like at $14,000 shipping. So
get Damo on the blower. He'll tell you a good reason why it should be like that.
Yeah, he will. He's still defending. I love it. All right, Jimmy boy, hot takes. Put us out of our misery.
All right. Thank you for everyone putting them in. We were a bit late. Sorry, that was me because I was sick over the weekend. I just didn't put it up and I forgot to this afternoon. But thank you for everyone putting them in on late notice. And we've still got fucking heaps.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Really good ones. First one. Our boy Hart_Melbourne. When do Ducati lose interest in Pecco Bagnaia? Marc's not only talent, but also look at the morale on his side.
Oh, massive. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be next year for him, and he's gonna have another year, and I think he's gonna probably want out as much as they want him out as well. So
that's a crazy thing to say, bro. It's just so crazy what we're talking about.
The
morale is just. But I've never seen anything like it.
I know. Like I remember in Thailand, we're standing there in front of the Ducati pits. We're in the pit lane. We're staring at them, and they got the music blaring, and they got Pecco who had they both had fairly good races, but I remember thinking, geez, Pecco just got beaten, in his first race. I said, and it was just all downhill from there.
Yeah, because even his morale then was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was so negative in the media.
Yeah, even Coda was negative.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's, he won Coda though, didn't he? He
won,
yeah.
But before, like when they were doing the bike swap shit for the rain.
Yeah.
I just really do think Marc had him mentally beat before the first round.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, it's and now it's just a shell shock.
I love that word, shell shock.
It's the Italian war tanks.
Yeah,
one gear forwards, 4 gears back. Sepsi, you like that one?
Highway what?
I know, I can't say that one.
That's for our Patreon episode.
It is.
At yard_guitars, broadcast did MotoGP dirty, showing vile Rossi fans. This won't help grow the sport. So my question from that is, does showing people putting up the finger help grow the sport or not?
I think you'll get a wry smile out of some people watching that. I think Marquez had the last laugh at the end of the day anyway. Very interesting they did that. And I said that's why I had it in my notes. It was completely wrong in my notes, but for me it was very interesting and telling that they did that. And I don't know, it just could be I think they love it. I think Liberty Media coming in as well. They're going to just thrive on that, especially if Mark equals him this year. Well, when he equals him, I should say. They're gonna love that. They're gonna build that even more
because the fans.
It's a golden nugget. It's a golden nugget.
Yes, 100%. And the fans in like MotoGP compared to F1 are a lot more rough around the edges.
Yes.
Like F1, like everyone cheers when someone puts a fucking hot lap in, but if it's just different. How different is it at Albert Park?
Yeah.
There's no.
It's a little bit more low T.
It's way more low T. It's like I could put my finger through some of the people that watch Formula One. Like there's just no padding there.
Fingering someone, are you?
Fish, mate, fish. At Mr. Ducky _09, Honda will be stronger than ever in Japan.
Yeah, okay, interesting. Wow, Honda own that track as well at Motegi. So I'm excited. I love Japan. I love that track. Heavy braking, more of an F1 track. That so
you've always loved Montego.
And Marquez is amazing around that track. Amazing, and the Ducati is always good around that track. So
you want to know something funny about Motegi? My whole life, I only discovered this a few weeks ago. It's actually pronounced Motegi, Motegi.
Motegi.
I always thought it was and I'll write it Montegi.
Yeah, Motegi. Yeah.
It took me 30 years.
Yeah.
Got a podcast about MotoGP. Still got the track.
Oh, you actually thought it was Montegi?
Till about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Because I think sometimes you say Montegi and they'll just follow suit. But yeah, it's Motegi. Yeah.
I've been saying it wrong the whole time, just believing myself.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Stubbornness, that is.
Don't make me laugh.
Got him.
Yeah, it's got him. Sean _Cody. Shout out to Sean.
Yes, Sean sent some great stuff in.
Sent some awesome stuff in. This man was at Misano with Marquez gear on. Take it away, Tom.
That's I actually didn't realize that, Shorty. That's normally social suicide, but again, he had the last laugh.
He got photos of all the Italian marshals.
I have to admit that
he had a Marquez flag and everything.
There was lots of Marquez hats, more than what I thought there was going to be.
Bro, I know.
The only thing is this year they can get away with it because it's Ducati, isn't it? So
yeah, but I don't think full-blown Italians don't like that still. They'll never have you, but Martin will never compete for a championship again.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit harsh. I mean,
that's harsh, isn't it?
We just got to wipe this year off.
Fully fit Martin.
1 week I'm saying he'll get a podium next week, and next week I'm saying you're going to wipe it off. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry.
If he's not going to beat a fully fit Marc Marquez in his prime, though, that's for sure. No one's beating Marc Marquez.
No one's beating Marc Marquez this year.
I just don't know when he's going to slow down.
He might just crash again. That's the only way.
But if people that have those crashes, like Freddie Spencer or Mick Doohan or whoever, they retire. This guy comes back. He's like the Terminator. Jorge Martin already took that shitty celebration.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Better than Bagnaia's ones, but 3 points. Fuck, that
3-point dunk. That was shit ass. Richard _Conrad. Yamaha have 96 more points than the same time last year, but are 16 points further from the top. I still think that's promising. That they got 96 points more because Marc Marquez on the top is just such a different level to all the other guys anyway.
It's so competitive this year. I mean, everyone's fast. I mean, except Chantra. Everyone has the capability of being in a top 10 probably. So
yeah,
that always makes it difficult. You normally had like 5 or 6 guys that were going to be at the back. You just don't have that this year.
It's just Chantra is like it was 61 seconds off elite, and like double long laps. Augusto Fernandez is passing him. Like it's bad, man.
Yeah,
it's so bad. Jared Madsen, MotoGP has the worst TV broadcast of all major motorsports. Well, Superbikes is worse, but
yeah,
I know. I don't like. Yes, the replays wasn't great, but I liked how they went to the crowd and did all that. Like, so there's still some good aspects there.
The best thing they do is when they're focusing on a battle, they've also got like the front leader at the top left-hand corner in that little box, so you can watch both at the same time.
Yeah, I love that.
That's something that actually F1 stole off MotoGP.
There you go.
In recent years. So, yeah.
I like that. At I_M_Animax. Looks like 2026 will be Aprilia versus Marc. I agree 100% with that.
Yeah, 100%. I agree as well. Just the only asterisk to that is if this 24 bike miraculously makes Bagnaia fast again.
It's not going to happen.
And we that's why we said miraculously.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
But then then it doesn't. Then the whole argument doesn't make sense because how can you be nearly winning the championship on that bike? They're going to have a glorified shiny version of it, and he's still going to be nowhere. It's all up here.
I knew it's exactly right. I was about to do the exact same thing. It's all up and between the years.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be Aprilia and Marco Bezzecchi teaming up against Marc Márquez, and there's so many interesting factors for next year that we're already thinking about. Like, what's Jorge Martin going to be like? What's Alex Marquez going to be like? And how if Marco Bezzecchi can continue his form? Like,
jeez,
there's a lot of good open-ended questions.
Yep.
Honda,
not a lot of answers just yet.
Nope. At Brendan Sarton, Honda being a top 10 qualifier bike, would Marc Márquez be on podiums with that bike on a regular basis? Yes.
You reckon?
I think he's just so good, man. Like, he's going to podium on that bike. If Marini's putting it in like 6 some rounds.
Yeah, it's hard.
He'll still probably try and kill himself to win, though.
There's always an excuse, though. I mean, Marquez didn't come on this Gresini Ducati and was podium pace straight away. I mean, yes, he had 2 wins and was stood on the podium for several times, but he wasn't the front of the grid straight away. I think it always takes a year or 2 to learn how the bike works. He's not jumping on a Honda next year and getting podiums, I don't think.
No. No, I guess not, but I don't know.
I mean, the guy's the GOAT, but, for me, it still has taken him a year to get used to that bike, and we all know that.
Yeah, but
and he's changed his riding style. He's gone from being so aggressive at the start, which he still is off the line, but then he goes into this conservation mode that he never used to do, especially in Gresini last year. And now he's learned to let the tires wear in, and then just is the master of the last third of the race. So.
Absolute master. No one can stop him. All right, that's all the questions we got, mate.
Did well tonight, mate.
Thanks. We're just going to carry on in our Patreon extra chats.
Yes, extra chats. So flick over to that now, guys. But we appreciate the love and support. We've got Phillip Island only a month away.
Yes.
So, guys, get down there. We're going to be there all weekend. Love to catch up with everyone.
Yeah.
And then we're off to Malaysia the week after. So,
and there's heaps of Aussies in Malaysia, so catch up with us in Malaysia. Send us a message where you're staying. We're staying
We'll be in the red light district.
Imagine. But we're excited for Phillip Island and everything. Catching up with everyone. It's gonna be fun. Drink some beers.
Yeah, let's get some Guinness in us. That'd be super exciting. So thanks, guys. We really appreciate it.
See you on Extra Chats, mate.
Yes.